my focus kind of shifted to, it's always been trying to bridge the gap between community and police. Always like showcasing the positive things that they do and getting them to a positive place. And so that was really
Yeah,
the
cops
focus.
don't brag enough. That's a big problem in our
I know
culture.
that's right.
We don't brag. We that's the job. That's what we do. It's what we signed up for. That's what you'll hear. Like, and
Yeah.
then we'll shit on each other when somebody is taking the time to brag,
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's ways to do it, and I think you have to do it. But you're very limited on the amount of cops that are willing to come forward and tell these stories. So, I think
Yeah.
it's important to figure out who's got these good stories, and somebody has to champion the cause for them, because
Yep.
they're not going to do it themselves. You
Yep.
have to convince them. It's the bigger picture, and I try to tell. That's kind of what the podcast's for. I try to tell people, I'm like, this isn't necessarily story time necessarily, but it's a good way to educate, and while we're educating, we can jump into some of these little stories and brag for them without them
Yeah.
coming across. You kind of set them up to tell a good story, or a bad one. I mean, we can learn from all of them. So, but yeah, you're right. It's definitely a tough thing to do. But when you get a big group of them like that, they'll start. One person gets going, and the next person's one-upping them, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, the bad stories, the funny stories, all that stuff. So, well, I like that. All right, so let's keep going. Let me get this popped up here. If you're listening to the podcast only, I just pulled up their website called webackblue.com, and let's go to the home page here. So if you're just listening to this, you're going to have to jump over to the YouTube channel or the Rumble. I got it going on both, and you can see exactly what we're talking about. Or you can visit webackblue.com, and I have the website posted across the screen now. So what do we got here? People go to your website, what can they expect? Hey, Eric Levine here from Two Cops, One Donut. Would you like to accelerate your investigations? Would you like 6 months of free access to a solution that will help you solve cases faster? And stop what you're doing and listen to the end of this ad to hear about this free offer exclusively for my members of Two Cops, One Donut. We would tell you right now, but those people in marketing would be upset if you didn't hear a pitch. All right, who is Finder Software Solutions? Finder Software Solutions was built on the idea that crime and those committing a crime do not stay within jurisdictional boundaries. Yes, I'm talking to the cops out there, so pay attention. Finder's mission is to assist public safety agencies by developing affordable user-defined software applications that facilitate collaboration between law enforcement personnel to close more cases faster. That's really all you need to pay attention to. Close more cases faster. They've been in the business for nearly 20 years and currently support over 300 agencies sharing billions of records annually. Are you guys still listening? Of course you are, because you guys trust me. So listen to me. If you're interested in accelerating your investigations, then discover Finder for law enforcement, the ultimate solution for agencies revolutionizing information sharing and investigative lead generation. Experience a seamless integration of RMS, CAD, JMS, and numerous digital databases sitting alongside valuable resources like public records, facial recognition, criminal records, LPR data, vehicle information, booking images, and so much more in one easy-to-use investigative platform. Finder allows for efficient data sharing, unveiling investigative leads and criminal patterns, ultimately solving cases faster, enhancing interagency collaboration. Empower your department with comprehensive single-pane information system and redefine the way you solve crime today. All right, guys. Now that we've checked the boxes from the marketing team, back to the free stuff. Finder is giving away 6 or half a dozen, insert your corny donut joke here. Yes, that is 6 free 6-month trials to the first 6 agencies that reach out and say you heard about it on the Two Cops, One Donut podcast. This is a limited time offer and will only be available for first 6 agencies. So contact Finder at findersoftware.com/2cops1donut, all spelled out, or call them at Finder and let them know you heard about it on the podcast. Get signed up with Finder and start closing more cases. It's that easy.
So we are kind of coming back to full force, and I'll go into the political thing I've been doing for 2 years for the state of Virginia. But so you can join your state group, which is super important. We are going to advocate statewide. I think people just don't understand how to participate. They want to help, but they don't know how. And so we're going to spend a lot of time curating the message and helping them do that, whether that's through their school board, whether that's through their board of supervisors, whether that's through their town council, whatever that looks like for them, because we have to start getting that courage back. I think people are even like scared to put a bumper sticker on their car right now, which is insane. So on the site, we honor our heroes. You can join the state group. You can check out some of the media that we've done in the past. We were the first ever law enforcement panel at CPAC the year before last. We've done stuff, again, like all over the country, just in support of law enforcement. And so we kind of showcase that. And there's just so much information to give. It's just very robust. There's changes to be made for sure. But again, my concentration for the last 2 years was 110% on the state of Virginia.
Okay.
And I can go into that in a minute if you want. But yeah, that's just, we need support.